Hey, what's up guys, it's me again and welcome back to my channel. Today I am back with a new story. The name of the story is What If Naruto Was Trained from the Beginning to be the Hokage? And yeah guys, it is an unscripted story. Now before continuing this, shout out is due where it is due. Shout out to Twilight for suggesting this idea. Now moving onwards, yes, I know I promised a movie today, but it's really hot here and yeah, I picked out an idea. It's Spidey's idea, I'm not gonna lie, and I really like that idea. It's just that I didn't like the ship, so I have commented down his comment section. He has been requesting that for a long time, and if he still doesn't want me to change the ship, then to hell with it. I guess we're gonna go with that story. Anyways, moving onwards, if you have any more suggestions, like your ideas, suggestions, you can put them down in the comment section with a little bit of description. And moving onwards, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel, and hopefully there will be good news or some news about Apollo Uchiha channel as well soon. Anyways, enough said. Without any further ado, let's begin with our today's story. Our story begins in the land of waves with Team 7, as we go there to see Team 7 consisting of Kakashi Hatake, their sensei, and the three Genins, Sasuke Uchiha, Sakura Haruno, and Naruto Uzumaki, were right now in the bind of their life, as they were facing against a threat that could end themselves, as Kakashi was on the last bit of his chakra, facing against the demon of the mist and his accomplices, an ice user. And not only that, Gato and his goons have also arrived on the other side, seemingly helping the two, and the three of them were facing an army of their own. As the cannons were also holding on their own, Sakura was trying her best to prevent the client, Tazuna, a bridge builder from the land of waves, who brought them here to not get harmed by any other, while the other two boys, Sasuke and Naruto, were trying their best to protect her and Kakashi as well, to buy some time. So far, Sasuke and Naruto were able to take down most of the goons from Gato, until only a few remained, who were sword masters. Even with a few bruises and cuts on their bodies, they were able to take them down, thanks to their jutsu such as fire jutsus from Uchiha clan and Naruto's Shadow Clone jutsu. But in the end, the demon of the mist and the ice users were getting the better of them, and Naruto, who was not paying attention, was being aimed by the ice user straight for the heart. Sasuke, seeing this, his eyes widened as he charged and jumped in between Naruto and the ice user's attack, piercing straight through his heart as he fell down to his knees, clutching his heart. As Sakura dashed there and gave chakra pills and medical attention to Sasuke as best as she could, while Naruto stood there frozen, as Kakashi was also shocked. No, but he was punched in the face by Tazuna. Your battle is with me, Kappa Ninja. You don't have enough time to worry about your Genins. As Naruto saw the mask slip by, and he found the new friend he made. Haku, how could you? I'm sorry, Naruto, but as I said, I have someone important to protect. It seems you haven't found your way yet, because you couldn't protect your loved one. As seeing this, Naruto felt something broke inside, something very hard, and then, with a huge boom, orange chakra surrounded Naruto, as immediately he was consumed by his skin ripped to shreds, as an orange being was now in his place with wide eyes. What the hell? Is he a Jinchuriki? As this, it was Kakashi's turn to punch Tazuna. You don't have the liberty to look away now, Tazuna. Zabuza. As now we see Naruto, now in the two-tailed states, begin to clash head first with the ice user. Ice user made its domes as best as he could, but in the end they were futile, because the power of the mighty Kyuubi was way too much. Gato tried to escape, seeing that the monster was rampaging now, as two-tail turned into three, and three turned into four. Kakashi saw that the rampage was going to increase even more, and maybe the land of waves might not be able to survive the attack altogether. As in the end, we see that Zabuza himself dashed in, seeing that Haku's both arms were damaged, but with a single swipe of the tail, his neck was cleaved off from his body, killing him instantly, as Haku was now discharged off with a Bijudama, making a gaping hole in his body and exploding the head of Gato himself, killing the three who terrorized them instantly. As Naruto, while rampaging, still let out a roar, but in the end, he somehow was able to regain control because of the seal acting up, as the chakra retracted back as Naruto fell down to his knees. But then he stood up immediately with torn up clothes and began to walk towards Sasuke. Seeing this, Sasuke realized one thing. Naruto could do it if he couldn't. You have to promise me something, though. What do you mean by that? We're gonna get you medical attention. You're not gonna die, Sasuke, said Naruto. I'm not gonna make it. Don't kid yourself. We both know that these medicines that she's been giving me, chakra builders or whatnot, will only give me enough time. Before medic get here, I won't be able to survive. As Kakashi, who was also tired, was seeing this. As Sasuke looked towards him, I know you have the Sharingan. I don't know how you got it in your skull, but I want you to do the same with mine to Naruto. Give him my Sharingan as well. As Naruto and Kakashi's eyes widened, I am not gonna make it. You have to promise me, Naruto. Promise me one thing. If not for my clan, then please for my parents. Avenge me. Get my vengeance on my brother. That is all I ask. I will. I promise. And with that, Sasuke then placed a hand in Naruto's hand and said, You're the only one who I can trust. I didn't hate you. You are my only friend, Naruto, my brother. With these words said, Sasuke's eyes closed for good, as Kakashi with a heavy heart extracted the eyes and buried Sasuke in the land of waves. What was supposed to be a event full of joy for, well, Team 7 and for the land of waves, with the end of tyranny of Kato, turned out to be the worst because Sasuke Uchiha died. The last loyal Uchiha died. As Kakashi beforehand sent in the letter informing about what has transpired here, while Naruto was still emotionless, and Sakura too began to realize that shinobi life wasn't a bed of roses as she thought, reading the tales of the past. It required a huge amount of sacrifices, one she has made firsthand alongside with Naruto and Kakashi Sensei. As she was mourning in her room, Naruto was mourning near the grave of Sasuke still, while Kakashi was mourning on his own. And as for Land of Waves, they were celebrating on their own in their homes, as to not disturb those who have mourned and save them as well. As now we see back in Konoha, when the news reached, it was in the midst of, well, a council meeting when Pakun arrived, the Ninkenpa of Summoning Clan from Kakashi, to deliver the scroll and the sad news to 3rd Hokage Hiruzen Sarutobi. And after reading the news, Hiruzen was shocked, and the meeting was called off immediately. And soon after, we see that the elders were brought in. What is it? I need your help. The last Uchiha has perished, and his last request was to give his eyes to Naruto Uzumaki, like Obito gave to Kakashi his eye. As the elders were shocked. What are you planning? Said none other than Danzo Shimura. You and I both know that we are of the old generation, Danzo. As much as you hate me for saying this, we do not have it in us anymore to carry on the torch that the sensei passed down to me. I agree with you, said Danzo with closed eyes, as both the other elders were shocked because he was adamant that he should be the next Hokage. You're agreeing with me? I thought you would be mad. No. As far as I can see, you have a plan for the best successor again. And as far as I can guess, it's Naruto Uzumaki, isn't it? The Jinchuriki? Yes. I mean, he has the best potential, both of you, said Danzo. Think about it. He has the Biju's potential, and not only that, he has his own chakra which is endless. If it is put to good use, alongside the Sharingan now installed in his eyes, we all will be able to get a Kage that we all desire. A powerful enough leader that causes fear amongst others, and gain respect from others. And also a just and kind leader who will rule this village kindly, and maybe, just maybe, bring it to the next level, far ahead than we ever could. As all of the elders agreed to this, what is your plan? Koharu and Homura, you will be teaching him the politics and so on and whatnot. And as for you, Danzo, and me, we will be teaching him the shinobi arts, and best as we could, the ruthlessness and the other side as well. Both need to be taught to the boy. And as for Kakashi, he will be teaching him the Sharingan arts. and the Uchiha Library, the Senju Library, and the Uzumaki Library alongside his father's heritage is effectively in order as the third Hokage by me, given to him. Do you disagree with me? No, not at all. And one last thing, said Danzo. We have to make sure Jiraiya is also involved, because he is to be the next summoning clan of the Toad Clan. And maybe we should request Jiraiya to make him the perfect sage of the Toad Clan as well. That would be a perfect idea. We don't have a perfect sage, and if we do, that will be great for us. Last sage that we had that was a perfect sage was Hashirama Sensei himself. That we all can agree on. So, how long should we continue on this? Long enough. Before Chunin exams, I want him to be strong enough that he will be able to hold on his own against a few threats that are looming over our head like a sword, head dangling. What do you mean by that? Orochimaru. He's been snooping around in Konoha. From Mizuki, we were able to extract that his plan is to attack Konoha in the Chunin exams. In the midst of it, when I don't know, this is not good. And not only that, seemingly Suna is shaking hands with Orochimaru to make sure that his plan is fulfilled. The other villages are silent because they want to see how things play out. If Konoha is weakened, they will take this as a chance to attack. Perfect opportunity for us to make the debut of the next Hokage, Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze, huh? That is correct. And not only that, there is another threat that is looming over our head. Mainly Naruto's. What? Said the elders with narrowed eyes. Akatsuki. That organization? But they are nothing more than rogue mercenaries. Orochimaru was once a part of that. And now I have heard, so is Itachi Uchiha. That murderer is with them? And you wanna know the funny thing? They have been snooping around each and every village who has a Jinchuriki. Jiraiya was able to get this news from his spy network. But for what reason? That is still unknown. This cannot be good. Snooping around for every village who has a Jinchuriki? This cannot be good. We need to find out what their plan is and act before they can. That is correct. Let's just hope that Naruto gets back here safe and sound. And after that we will begin working on our plan. Alright then. I have a letter to send to Jiraiya, Tsunade, as well as to Kakashi. Why Tsunade? It's time that we bring her back. And not only that, she will be teaching Naruto her arts too. The Byaku seal. 100 healing marks. As everyone's eyes widen, just how much you're gonna train the kid. If anyone knows chakra control, it is Tsunade. And she's the best at that, alongside the healing arts. I'm gonna make sure there's no thing left out from what we can teach him. He will be the ultimate Hokage, the ultimate powerhouse that Konoha has ever produced. And whoever stands in our way and his way will be crushed instantly. That we all can agree upon. And with that, now we go back to Naruto, who today was going to depart alongside his remaining team, as he still was at the grave of Sasuke. It has been a week since they remained there, but now they had to head back. Naruto? Said Kakashi, who arrived there. What is it, Sensei? We need to head back. The Hokage has sent it in the letter, and he sent his condolences for Sasuke. He said that they will hold a funeral there for him as well. But we must return back fast. And he wants to give you something before going onwards. What is that? This letter. You need to be prepared for what's to come once you return. As Naruto went back to his room that night, before their departure, and opened the letter. Dear my boy, it's me, Hiruzen, your Jiji. I am sending you this letter to inform you about a secret that I have kept since your birth. It is about your heritage. You always wanted to know who your parents were, and I told that they were the greatest shinobis in Konoichi who died protecting their home when the Kyuubi attacked. And that was the truth. They were Minato Namikaze, the fourth Hokage, and Kushina Uzumaki, the Red Death of Konoha. Both of them died protecting you, Naruto, from the Kyuubi attack. As Naruto's eyes widened, and they have left their heritage. Minato wanted me to give you this when he saw that you were ready. And I think you're more than ready to have this, my boy. And we have already planned to fulfill your goal, to become the ultimate Hokage, surpassing everyone behind you, and in the whole elemental nation. But it is a tough and rigorous path, one you need to be prepared of once you return. Because once you do, it will be hell literal hell that you have to go through to be molded into the perfect Hokage in every aspect of your life. You will have to study, train, and you have to learn. I want you to prepare, my boy, for what's to come. It is for your own good. Hiruzen. And with that, the letter ended, as Naruto was quite shocked. I see. So, they are my parents, huh? As now we see, Naruto was more than ever prepared for returning. And so, now we see, after a week or so, they did. And once Konohara saw the entrance, they all were prepared. Waiting for them was Hiruzen himself. My boy, you returned. Kakashi, Sakura, Naruto, you have done a great job, and so had Sasuke. The client lied to us, but he has apologized. But no matter how much he does, it has left a void for all of us. The last remaining Uchiha for Konoha, and for the Team 7, their friend, their member, and comrade. Sasuke Uchiha lost his life protecting Naruto. And after that, a funeral was held. And so, Naruto was informed by Hiruzen while he visited his apartment that the Chunin exams were coming in a few months. 6 months, still Chunin exams arrive. And so, Naruto had to prepare. And prepare himself for training, rigorous one at that. As Naruto, after gathering his courage, then nodded. I'm more than ready, Gigi. Let us begin. And so Naruto, from that day onwards, went through literal hell for the next 6 months. Because Tsunade, as well as Kakashi, Hiruzen and Danzo were trying their best to implement and drill everything they know about their aspect of shinobi lives into Naruto's head. And not only that, Naruto, with his resilience, showed that he was able to withstand it all. And that wasn't the end of it. Koharu and Homura, whenever he was done training and exhausted, would teach him politics as well as mind warfare games, so that he would be prepared to do what was necessary. And by the end of the 5th month, Naruto was a complete different breed, as he was given a day off, which was quite rare, as he thought to himself that he should go and spend some time at eating ramen. And after being done, he bumped into a few of his friends who were also given a few days off. And they were the other teams and Genins that were his teammates. As Kiba then said, hey, watch where you're... Wait, Naruto? Where are you going? Oh, hey Kiba. Hey guys. Nothing. I just got a day off today. Usually, I don't have those. But I just did today, so I'm gonna go home and meditate. Meditate? You, Naruto? Of all the people? As Naruto just, without any expression, looked towards Ino, who, seeing that Naruto was serious, then said, sorry, it's alright. I just have to go. You guys enjoy yourself. As Naruto left, we see that the others remained there. What happened to him? He watched Sasuke die, remember? Don't go hard on him, Ino. It wasn't his fault, said Sakura, as she too has been learning from Tsunade and has become her top student. Oh, look at who is here. It's the Bilbo bro. If you're gonna still continue on with our childish rivalries, you can be my guest. But know this, I don't have enough time for this childfulness, I have more things to worry about. Like what? Losing another teammate? As Sakura barely stopped herself from punching Ino by stopping her punch inches away from her face, as everyone else was holding her. As Sakura, Ino was shaking with shock, as Sakura was shaking with rage. Never again will I lose anyone to punks like that. You know what, Ino? I hope you lose someone close to you like that out there, and then you would realize just how much of a pain one goes through when losing one of your own teammate or friend. With that said, we see that Sakura then sighed, as Ino and everyone else looked at Sakura with shock, as Sakura then said, I apologize. It's just I have too much things going on in my mind, I need to leave. And with that, Sakura too left. Team 7 sure has changed. Changed a lot, said Hinata. Of course they have, said Shikamaru. They went through hell, literal hell on their first mission outside of the village, and lost a goddamn teammate and friend. Yeah, I guess that would make anyone like that. I'm just surprised Naruto took it the hardest, and so did Sakura. As now we see, finally 6 months passed after that, and so the Chunin exams came. Naruto and Sakura were allowed a handicap team, and were allowed in the Chunin exams as a handicap team because they were trained by the best of the best. Sakura has done a lot, and she has become the top Konoichi nowadays around, and with healing arts as well, and so has Naruto. As both of them were moving, they stopped by where they saw a lot of kids who were not able to enter. A genjutsu, huh? Said Sakura, of course. A part of the test, everything here. Remember what Sensei said? We gotta move up first, Sakura-chan. As after arriving up, we see that there were the teammates waiting alongside with, well, their senseis. And Takashi was also there. Hey guys, good to see that you made it there. This was the most easiest test that we had. Now, up for the Chunin exams. Of course. I wish you all luck. As with that, Naruto and Sakura entered. And as soon as they did, the Genins noticed something different in Naruto's eyes. They were black instead of blue. What happened to your eyes, Naruto? As Naruto then said, after closing and opening his eyes. They were Sharingan, as Ino then said, You implemented his eyes? It was his wish, said Sakura. Naruto is just fulfilling that. Yeah, I am. After all, there's three of us who are entering this. Sasuke, through my eyes, me, and Sakura. As that is when the other Genins begin to release their killer intent, and Naruto with a single glance released so much killer intent that everyone, even his own friends, froze, as Sakura was the only one not affected by it. As she placed a hand on Naruto's shoulder, Naruto, stop. Fine. As Naruto calmed down, as his friend noticed that something was different. The room temperature dropped a few degrees, and everything was cold here. Jeez, I got chills run down my spine suddenly, said Kiba. And soon after that, the test began when the first sensei arrived. As Naruto and Sakura breezed through the written test, which was basically cheat and gather information. And soon the second part of the test arrived, which they were able to clear without any harm, just within a few moments. Immediately, because Naruto has been training and tinkering with the Harishin Jutsu, and had already placed tag in the center hall. After fighting a team of Rain Country and taking their scroll, that is where they teleported and arrived inside, making a world record of fastest clearing of the second exams in Konoha, which was just over 5 minutes after the start of the exam, and becoming the first team to pass through it. And after that, they waited for a few days until it ended, and finally the preliminary rounds began. And soon as they did, Naruto jumped in when Neji and Hinata fought, because they cleared out their fights immediately, and punched Neji so hard that he went straight through the stadium to the other side, as he was shaking with rage. As he then said, Sakura. Sakura, Shanshin near him. Heal her, please. As immediately in front of everyone, Sakura healed Hinata to the point that she was on her feet, as she still was on loss of chakra, as Naruto then picked her up and was about to leave until Neji arrived. As Naruto didn't say anything, but only glared at him using his Sharingan and said, Next time we meet, you better pray to whatever fake god you serve, you damn bastard. I'll make it your last day, and I'll make it so painful that you will either regret being a shinobi or born an arrogant Uchiha. With that warning, Naruto left, as everyone in the stadium felt chills run down their spine. Even Hiyashi, who at one point hated his daughter, but even though he still thought that this was too much. As back at where every one of them gathered near Hinata, we see that Shino and Kiba thanked Naruto. Thank you, Naruto. I'm not losing a friend again. Every one of you is my friend. I already lost one, said Naruto, wiping the tears away from his eye. I need to go. With that, Naruto left, as Sakura sighed, as everyone else then looked at her. What's with him? He's still hung up on Sasuke's death. You know, he has visited him quite a lot after, even if we return to Konoha in the past months. Seriously? Yeah, he has. After Sasuke died, Naruto has changed quite a lot. He's not afraid to kill. I mean, I know what he did that day. He transformed into the QB and literally ripped out the heads of those who did this to Sasuke. Even though at the time I kind of agreed to him and feel satisfied for what he has done. I've seen that Naruto has fallen to the darker side that once consumed Sasuke. The curse of hatred. As everyone guessed, as Hinata then said, I have to thank him for all this and have to talk to him. And in the night time, we see Naruto was training in the training ground when Hinata arrived. You can come out now, Hinata. I know you're here. As Hinata was blushing as she placed the bento that she made there. Thank you, Hinata. No, if anyone has to thank you, it should be me, Naruto-kun. Thank you for rescuing you. Anytime, Hinata. Anytime. As after that, Hinata, gathering her courage, then did something after a moment of silence. She slammed her lips onto Naruto. As Naruto's eyes widened, as that is when Hinata confessed with all the strength that she had. As Naruto, this time was the one who was a blushing mess. As on the other side, we see Naruto's friends also fell out of the bushes that they were hiding and enjoying this. As Naruto passed out this time as Hinata giggled. While this was going on, we see that Shinobis who were their senses were also watching this, as Guy was controlling himself as the others had to muffle him from the scene, as Asuma and Kurenai and Kakashi were quite happy for both of the Genins. And as for the elders alongside with Hiruzen, they were also happy. Good. At least he's able to return back to his former cheerful self. Yeah. Even if I hate to admit it, I kind of miss his old self, which was quite full of pranks and bright cheerfulness. Reminds me of Kushina-chan, you know? And Jiraiya and Tsunade were also there, resting and enjoying, and having their sake for the first time in many years. As after that, Naruto returned, and 1 month passed, and he and Neji went face to face, but this time Naruto, with the request of his girlfriend now, Hinata, held back and defeated, Neji. And soon after that he did, the others began to notice something was off. And not only Orochimaru, Suna, but also Akatsuki struck and attacked all of them at once. Because they needed to take out Naruto Uzumaki. They have discovered somehow that he was being taught by the legends and was a legend in the making on his own. But before any of this could go down, it was Itachi who warned him with the genjutsu. As Naruto then said, "So you have come, Itachi." "No, Itachi-nisan, I see." "Well, I have made a promise to your brother that I see. I know. But I know that you're not that type of person who would kill his clan. Without a reason. Why you did it?" "I had to do it. Don't lie to me. You're different from the rest of the Uchihas. What made you do it and leave Sasuke the only one alive? I always wondered that. You didn't even spare the infants that were born. You only spared your brother. Why?" said Naruto with narrowed eyes. "I loved him too much. And not only that, I had to do this. I had to do this to prevent a civil war. The Uchihas, all of them, I begged them, but they didn't listen, even my own parents. They wanted to use the next generation as a tool for revenge. Soldiers for their own revenge, a civil war within the village. Yes. Who else knew? The elders and Yokage-sama. They wanted to make a peace treaty with the Uchihas, but the Uchihas didn't want any of that, and even threatened for a war. And the village was preparing for this. So I intervened and did what I did best. Taking everyone out. Yes. But I swear it was a painless death for those who were innocent yet were taught by those who were filled with hatred. I see. You had to do what you had to do. Of course, Naruto. All of us had to do what we had to do. So what now? The Akatsuki and the other are going to attack. They have already scouted out the others. But use my eyes. What? I am giving you my Sharingan. I'm using the Izanagi. A technique to buy us some time. I'll be only able to give you one of my eyes because I will use one eye to use this jutsu. But I have Shisui's one eye left with me. So you can use both of ours. And that is what Naruto did. Using the Izanagi, enough time was bought as Itachi was the one who implanted those eyes. And Naruto, using his healing jutsu, was able to use those eyes to the max potential. And he found himself in front of the cave where the Kyuubi was sealed. Listen, said Naruto. Kyuubi-san, I know you hate me and my kind and these eyes more than anything. But I want you to know this. I need your help to protect my home. I'm not gonna beg for you or demand anything. I request your help. If you're not going to give it, then that is fine. I will listen to your side of the story as well. For all the misunderstanding that has been placed on you, please. Why should I trust you? Said a voice as two red eyes opened. You can trust me. For what reason, I don't know. I can't give any reason, but I can only ask you can trust me and see for yourself. Fine. As after that, Naruto opened the seal as Kyuubi tried to leak his killer intent. You idiot. I still trust you. Fine. As Kyuubi put a fist in front of Naruto, and Naruto did the same. After the fist bumped each other, the chakra was infinite, and in a moment that froze for like forever, Itachi witnessed Naruto used his new Mangekyo Eternal Sharingans of different powers, and KCM2 stayed for with the help of Kyuubi, and was able to defeat not only the Akatsuki by ripping them to shreds, but also Orochimaru, killing him once and for all, alongside with his army of from sound shinobis, but also the Suna, to the point that they had to retreat and beg for mercy, as Naruto single-handedly protected whole Konoha. And after this was done and gone, we see that Naruto returned back to his normal self, as he was in the council chamber, where the council, well, more like the civilians, demanded answers, and Naruto didn't even spoke to them, and only answered the elders as well as the Hokage and the shinobi side. And after everything was answered, he was about to leave until the civilians had enough and said, "Why didn't you answer any of us, Naruto Uzumaki Genin?" Because this doesn't concern civilian council. Only shinobis and the Hokage or daimyo, alongside the shinobi clanners, have the authority to ask me regarding shinobi matters. You possess a demon, boy. A demon that could threat you. It didn't, did it? As everyone was stunned. If it wanted to, it could break. Still now the seal is opened. It can roam free. But yet it remains to be inside the seal. Because he kept his part of the deal, I'm going to keep my end of the deal. And talk with it. Sort things out. And hopefully come to a conclusion. And so Naruto did. And they were able to come to a conclusion. And after that we see, slowly but surely, as Konoha rebuilt it itself, so did Suna. And the new Kazekage, which was none other than Gaara himself, was made, and the relation between Konoha and Naruto were once more established, thanks to Naruto and Gaara becoming friends. And not only that, Naruto, with the help of his skills that he has learned, was able to not only help Hiruzen formulate a plan that allowed him to make him and Konoha make bonds with the other daimyos, but also with the other nations, such as the Ice Country, after overthrowing the tyranny and giving it to the rightful owner. And here. And not only that, Vegetable Country and many other countries like Demon countries were now also indebted to Konoha. And moving onwards to the enemy nations such as Iwa and Kumo, they also gained respect for the new Kage that was working. And Naruto gave them an optimum for a ceasefire for more than at least 500 years and a treaty which was full of peace. Naruto would help them establish a good, well, economic state. And that is what Naruto did after giving out the plan. And so, a peace was achieved for a short while, as Zetsu, who was still able to switch his body, was roaming around, and thanks to Jiraiya, Naruto was able to gain the, well, information where he was. So, with the help of Hokage, he was departed there with Sakura and some of his friends, and was able to take him down once and for all. And after everyone was taken down, only one thing remained, and that was Itachi. As Itachi location was discovered, as Naruto by the time was at the age of 20. Many things have changed in the Elemental Nation. Peace was ensued everywhere, but that didn't mean everyone wasn't secretly preparing their shinobis if ever a war break out. Because Naruto has been instilled, and he was the strongest shinobi right now, placed in the bingo book as a double S rank shinobi, a Kage level in his own right, and above or beyond even. And as for Naruto, he went and found Itachi living in a small village known as Sunside Village near a port, where he was living in a cabin and he was dying fast, as he was now nothing more than a skeleton husk. A human-ish who was still alive. quite weakened because of his chakra poisoning disease. Itachi, Nissan. So finally came to fulfill your request? No. I came here because knowing that now Sasuke would have known what you have done, still in the kind of sense of betrayal was good for him and for the village. I'm not here to kill you, but I will stay here by the end of your days, in a sense making my promise to Sasuke fulfilled. And so Naruto remained there for a few months until Itachi passed away. After burying him there, Naruto made a way back to Land of Waves where it all began, and paid respect to Sasuke once more, and apologized that he wasn't able to get his revenge. But a crow landed on his shoulder, indicating that as a sign from Sasuke that it was okay and he can move on. Or even a thankful gesture, thinking that Naruto moved on and went on to become the youngest Hokage, even more younger than his father at the age of 20, and marrying his girlfriend Hinata Yuga as well. As now we see, the shinobi world was finally at peace, all thanks to a ruthless and cold leader known as Naruto Uzumaki no Mikaze, the god of shinobi of this era. As this is where I'm going to be leaving the story off, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. As this is Meta, and I'm signing out for the day. Peace.